Looking for rigged sports content? I got that. Curious about the entertainment industry and its many dark secrets? Got 'em. Live stream content? Hell yes. Rigged sports clips? Check. Music? Bam, we got that too. Now click that subscribe button and ring that bell. I really didn't think I'd be making this announcement, but follow me on TikTok at Lobo_SnapGod. All of the O's are zeros, and I'll be dropping exclusive content. So stay tuned, follow me over there. Let's get to double digits, then triple digits, then quadruple digits, and so on and so forth. Follow the boy. And no, I ain't doing none of them dumbass dance challenges. We are back with another episode of Rigged NBA. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell. We had the Heat tie up the series tonight. I was actually a little surprised by that. I thought they was going to go down 2-0, but suddenly Jimmy Butler kind of put the team on his back. There was that one play where he was clearly out of bounds. Got a pass out to, it was a Gabe Vincent for the 3. Clearly out of bounds. They didn't call it. There's phantom calls for Joker, of course. Joker had 41 points in 41 minutes. That's crazy. But yeah, they trying to make this interesting as it appears right now. We got in the building. We got Adrian Settles in the building. Hold on, let me get the music right. I'm tripping. We got to get that shit right first. What do I want? I think I played that one. Yeah, I don't think I played that one before. So if the Heat lose tonight, you're going to place a $10 bet, catch a good money line Heat to win the chip. So you got the Heat winning too, will be balling. So once they kept showing all those 8th seed cameos going in and out of commercial, you knew Miami was going to win. Yeah, there was one they showed all the 7s. Was it the most double-digit comebacks or something in the playoffs? They had like 7. And that's really been their whole storyline, MO, the whole postseason was the fact that they've been counted out in every single series like this one. Everyone's like, oh, Nuggets got it in 4, Nuggets got it in 5, blah, 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 blah. Same thing with every single series. Even in games where they really had no business winning, whether it be against Milwaukee, Boston, you name it, where they were in a double-digit deficit, and they somehow always found a way to come back. It's good. Bronze Flat Power Guy in the building. Good nostalgia, man. Put in that Heat bet before that win. That's what's up. You got the Nuggets / the Magnets going 4-2 in the series. And yeah, those Magnets were doing their work. They was definitely doing their work. I don't think I saw any basketballs get stuck this game, but they was definitely doing their work. He said, protect bro at all costs. They're going to off him and say it's an accident. That's something I ain't going to be worried about, bro. Like, something you can't be scared about, you know? Like, especially if I'm talking about sports, I ain't worried. So you hate the NBA is sickening, the Heat don't belong here. Shit, no, they don't. Hell no. They really shouldn't even have gotten past the Bucks for all extensive purposes. It's like how, I'll say this, if it was real, that's a big if, Denver would be here. Or actually, let me go back. Denver would have played the Kings if anybody. The Lakers would have got decimated by the Kings. In the East, potentially Boston would have been one of the teams to make it out of the East. But Miami damn sure would have been one of them. So Jimmy Jordan. That's what I'm going to start calling this man. Jimmy Jordan. I like that. Jimmy Jordan. What's up, Lorenzo? He says 4 + 1 + 3 = 8. That's funny. Butler looks like a role player now without all the Magnets and help. I've noticed this about Butler whenever he has these slow starts, especially in game 1. In the first half of game 2 was he wasn't as aggressive either as far as getting to the paint, taking the shots he usually hit. And there were some definitely like give me shots that like he could fucking make that he was not making, whether it be the super close. I wouldn't even call it mid range at this point. It was straight up. This might have been maybe a 8-foot shot at most. I think it was in the first half. He just straight up missed that shit. I'm like, bro, you know you can hit that shit. But that is definitely one thing I've noticed. And of course, his 3-ball wasn't hitting early either. So if they want this to be a serious, so much money in the city of Miami to be made, tourism hotels in the city of Miami. That and is Udonis Haslem last season too, on top of that. Is there a real-time example of Madness working like how the sticky gloves work in the NFL? What do you mean as far as like talking about like when they show one? Are you talking about like a ball getting stuck to the back iron or something, or what? Might have to clarify on that one. So they build up the favorite, now underdog wins. Yeah, that's what they always do. And they gonna need more than that to keep the ratings going. Like, even if this game was close, it's just it don't feel like the finals. Like whether it was Golden State and Boston, it felt like the finals. The year before, even the Suns and the Bucks, it still kind of felt like the finals. This year really don't feel like the finals at all. Like I was talking to my dad earlier. We were talking about like how many nationally televised games did Denver have compared to Miami. And my dad said, like, he only remembers, like, twice. And I said, I'm pretty sure Denver was on TV a decent amount nationally televised-wise. In Miami, I really don't remember them being on TV a whole hell of a lot as far as national televised games. The only ones I remember watching it was when they played, like, the Hawks and shit. Say Butler ain't there. He relies too much on Gabe Vincent and Caleb Martin. That's because that nigga playing passive. He's not in the mode to drop 56 points where he taking like 40 fucking shots. I think later on in the series we'll see that Jimmy Butler. But right now he been playing a lot more passive for sure. And I found it funny Gabe Benson led him in scoring with 23 points. That's the name of that song? Okay. I didn't know who made that song. I just knew it was some like country song. Yeah, that's the one I was talking about, the Michelob commercial where he was on the plane singing about a ring which they dropped last year, I think during the playoffs. But this year, they didn't play it at all up until the finals started. So Jimmy smoking that Joker pack. Smoking that Joker Kush. So you've got Jimmy versus Michael Jr. Every team deserves to be their Scrippley. Shit, the Spurs don't. There's some teams that don't deserve to be the Pistons. They don't. Who said the Heat got there without help? Ain't no way. They definitely got some help. Celtics get there another year, maybe. Maybe the biggest issue with Tatum is the fact, which I found ironic, he wears 0 just like Damian Lillard, is the fact that he's one of those superstars that's in a lot of commercials. And typically, if you get a lot of commercials, you typically don't get a ring. And if they do, it's on the back end of your career where you're not even relevant anymore. So that is one thing I say going against Tatum is that nigga got a lot of commercials. Yeah, last game, yeah, they had the magnetic ball. Jimmy not playing the rule of Jordan. It's more like Latrell Sprewell. He ain't choked his coach yet. He ain't choked out Spo. The Heat win a championship is because of Pat Riley's legacy of 5 different decades of champions, 70s, 80s. Yeah, we know the decades. Well, yeah, what they call him, the Godfather. They call that man the Godfather. 33rd is definitely circling. Yeah, Jimmy's 33 in his 13th season, too. Do you have any videos on Kobe's death? Specifically Kobe's death? No, but I've talked about it numerous times throughout various streams. Said Butler will be aggressive later on. Said the Ruffles commercial was sus as fuck. Barkley goes in coming back for you, Tatum. Man, that nigga just fat wanting chips, bro. Only Want to Be With You by Hootie and the Blowfish. I think they performed in Tennessee before. I mean, it's country, of course. I could name a song by them. I just knew it was some country song, and Jimmy Butler likes country music. I think he plays the guitar. Tatum stuck on the Celtics. You say Miami gonna go up 3-1? I don't know about that. I don't see them niggas going up 3-1. I said them niggas gonna be down 3-2 at some point. Or should I rephrase that 2-3? And you know why I said 2-3 instead of 3-2. Like I said, Spree choked his ass in practice. Do I think Jimmy going to the Hall of Fame someday? Yes. This would really be like the icing on the cake, really. A ring. That's really the only thing this man missing at this point. Obviously, some all-star appearances here and there, and like some superficial accolades, but really, the nigga really just missing a ring. That's what I was telling my dad too. Jimmy, he has a lot of the same mannerisms as MJ. And I know it's kind of odd. I was looking at like one of his pictures. Like, you know how they have the still profile pictures and stuff whenever they show their stats and stuff. One of them, I was like, this nigga really does like same pose as MJ, everything, the same celebrations. It's like, holy shit. Like I said, if this nigga win in the year 2023, that's all we need. Oh yeah, we need Michael Jordan to be at one of the games too. I hope Michael Jordan's at one of these Heat games. Because God knows them Hornets suck ass. So he's a less athletic. Yeah. Definitely. He's not pulling off them crazy dunks that MJ was. So they tied up 2-2, then lose and go down 2-3, then win 2 straight. Man, let it be Father's Day and he does the same thing. Except he say something like, I really miss my dad. And it's like, nigga, you ain't fooling nobody. We know who your dad is. Allegedly, we know who your dad is. Said Jimmy not that good of a player. He's not a bad player. It's just his style is very bully ball-esque. He's not a bad basketball player by any means. It's just the fact that he's not the most flashy player to watch. It's not like you watching Curry dice somebody up with the handles. They hit you with a step back 3 or a mid-range or some crazy layup. No, it is very, at times efficient and at times very rough to watch. But he's not a bad basketball player. I'm telling you, like any of these niggas you think are like bad, if you play them, they're dropping 30 on your head before you can blink. To Anthony Edwards, that's the one, if anyone was MJ's son that got the athleticism as far as jumping and shit, that's the one. But I'd have to know more about like his upbringing, like does he know his dad? Does he quote unquote know his dad or anything like that? But he do look like MJ too. Jimmy and the Bluff. Say Heat and 6. Heat and 6. Said Jimmy looks like Demarius Thomas. Said they were best friends. Don't tell me you're gonna say that Demarius Thomas and Jimmy Butler are the same person. Jimmy look like Future? No, he doesn't, bro. Future's a little bit lighter. Hell no, he don't look like no damn Future. Even when he had them bullshit dreadlocks, Jimmy did not look like no damn Future. And I don't know what made me more mad about that was the fact that he cut off all his facial hair too when he did it. I'm like, nigga, what are you doing, bro? Like, at least keep the facial hair. If you gonna go with some bullshit like that, at least rock the facial hair, bro. Don't be out here with the bare face like that. You tripping. The Wade lost the ECF versus the Pistons in 7 and 05. Wade missed 2 games, and next year he overcame, when healthy, what Jimmy do with the Celtics in 2022 and 2023. Dreadlock Jimmy, we don't claim him. The Dreadhead Nation does not claim Jimmy Butler. Never have, never will. Who do I got winning Game 3? I'm still gonna say Denver on that one. Game 3. Say Ant don't know his dad. I'm gonna have to look into that one and see where was Michael Jordan playing in Atlanta around. No, I'm playing. But seriously, that's a question we gotta ask. Was he playing around the time he would have been conceived? If Butler wins on Father's Day, that's Jimmy Jordan. Oh, and another thing, I'm glad you brought that up, Thomas, was the fact when you talk about European players and MVPs too, was Dirk didn't get his ring the first go-round. He got his the second go-round. So that's something to remember. This Jokic first go-round, so say the nigga lose. Some way down the line later on, he might get a ring. Will it be for Denver? Who knows? But he will eventually get that ring. Or should eventually get that ring. Saw a video. They were apparently, him and Demaryius Thomas were super good friends before he died, but they look dang close. Let me look up a picture of Demaryius Thomas real quick. I didn't know they was best friends though. That's crazy. Demaryius. I don't see Jimmy Butler with that one. Maybe the pointy nose, but I don't really see Jimmy Butler on that one. Say Nuggets got Game 3, Heat take 4, then Nuggets take the one after that, so it's the 2-3, 3-2, however you want to say it. So I'm going to say Anthony Edwards does know his dad. So does he know his dad or does he not know his dad? That's the question. Or someone say he don't talk to his dad. Okay. He don't talk to his dad. So Embiid sacrificed a little brother allegedly. Damn, I ain't hear about that. I'm not hear about Joel Embiid sacrificing his little brother. Does it shock me? Hell no. Y'all remember Ben Simmons, the day after he got drafted, his cousin got ran over by a car crossing a crosswalk. There's no explanation for why the car ran dude over. It wasn't like he was jaywalking on a busy road and just got hit. No, it was like just generally walking, and then car just up and goes. He win it all for Spo. Low-key underrated coach too. Very underrated coach. He really the only coach who really tried to coach LeBron out of all the coaches. Everybody else been pushovers he done been with. Think about Mike Brown, Dave Blatt. Oh my God. Tyronn Lue, Frank Vogel. He done had some shitty ass coaches, but damn. But yeah, Spo was the one who really tried to coach him. Say Wiz sacrificed Jimmy Wapo allegedly. I want to say he had an album come out, Wiz that is, shortly after or like right before Jimmy Wapo passed. No, it was after because he had a feature. He had a Jimmy Wapo feature on there. Buckets looks like Jamie Foxx. Yeah, a little bit. Ironically, they both from Texas too. I think the Heats could win because of gambling odds or gambling and odds. Yes. I mean, like I told you, going into it, everyone just assumes Denver's just going to wipe the floor with them. And like I said, if this shit was real, Miami wouldn't be there. And if they were there from some dumbass luck, they would get their shit rocked easily. Said Dirk deserves more scripted championships. Well, at least he got one, bro. He got one. He going to be in the Hall of Fame. He'll be straight. Then that boy Duncan Robinson showed up. Man, shit, Tyler Hero ain't even played yet. Then he should be ready for game 3 too. Which is interesting when I say before, whenever they have like a key player, star player return, typically that team loses. Versus when they're out and you think they don't have a chance. That's really been the whole thing this postseason. WAPO was supposed to go on tour with Wiz that month. Then that shit happen. I've seen that happen before too. I forgot what artist specifically it was, but it was one that they were supposed to go on tour with the artist that signed them, and they just so happened to die right before the tour. I forgot who was it. Damn. It wasn't. I know it wasn't Dolph. Shit, I forgot who it was. I don't remember specifically what artist it was, but I do remember it was an artist in the last year. Or I think it might have been Big Scar. Shit, I think it might have been Big Scar. I think he was supposed to go on tour soon. And then he died. So I look like Nick Cannon. Yeah, I get that shit a lot. I get Nick Cannon. They say I look like Michael B. Jordan, who was Killmonger. They spoke gonna be a GOAT coach if they win this one. He up there with. I was about to say if you gonna put him in the same room with Doc Rivers. I'm like, hell no, nah, bro. But I'd definitely take him over Doc Rivers any day. If it was real, who would I have winning this shit? It would have been the winner of that potential Kings Nuggets matchup. That's who I would have had winning that shit. I would have leaned more so Denver because that team is slick deep. I didn't even realize they had DeAndre Jordan on their team. I didn't even know the nigga was still in the league. I ain't even gonna lie. I was like, DeAndre Jordan? What? I talk about falling off. Holy hell. I remember he was such a big deal with the Clippers. He was still a little bit relevant, barely relevant, albeit with the Nets. But everything after that was like, what happened to him? So will the Heat go up 3-1? I don't see them going up 3-1. Yeah, I think it was Big Scar. I forgot who specifically he was going on tour with, but I think it was supposed to be Big Scar. I think it had to be Gucci Mane tour. I'm pretty sure it was Gucci Mane tour. I kind of forgot he died too. So you hope the Nuggets win a scripted one this year. Never won in your history. It do look like the Skull and Bones though. Which I mean that's kind of why they got it for the year 2023. And then some of them mentioned before that the Heat logo looks like Saturn. So he killed two birds with one stone. Heat record in NBA Finals is 18-19. Who did Drake pick to win, and do I believe in the Drake curse? They didn't change the Drake curse now. Like, the last couple teams he put money on have actually won. I think he put money on the Warriors last year. They ended up winning. He put money on, I think, UConn. They ended up winning. It's another championship. Super Bowl. I want to say he put money on the Chiefs, and they won. But I also saw that nigga had that yellow nail polish on his fingers too. Pulling up, supporting Lil Yachty. Like, no, nigga, we know what that is. You wearing that shit the same reason Lil Yachty wearing that shit. Allegedly. So you grew up watching the Bulls. Do I think Jordan era was scripted, nigga? Yes. That shit been scripted before Jordan too. MJ got help. I say out of all the great players, the one that probably got the least amount of help is probably Kobe from a scripted standpoint. Cleveland would have had a shot. In the East, yeah, Cleveland would have definitely had a shot too. The Knicks, no. They got too many lefties on one team. That's a bad deal. So they control who go up the ladder and who goes down exactly. See what they doing with John Morant. They treating this nigga like he the next AI. Looks like they trying to build a character. Said you remember a guy that said Jimmy Butler was never going to win a championship. I think the Jordan era was rigged too. but just not to the extent we see now. Legalized gambling had turned things. Thing about now is the fact they can pull off these crazy comebacks in any sport, whether it be a series, whether it be a game, team down, like he could be down 20, somehow they manage to get back in the game. So this is why, like in the third quarter, you typically see this mostly in the third quarter too, when it just looks like cartoons, where niggas suddenly forget how to dribble. You see a turnover, then the next possession, turnover, missed shot, and it's just a lot of rush shit going on. It's like, what are y'all doing? Always that third quarter, just like how the Warriors back in the day would have that third quarter where they just go off and the game would be over. Now it's just a bunch of turnovers and shit. Because someone in the NBA leaked the NBA predictions, NBA Finals, Heat versus Lakers, but the elites changed it. I don't recall it ever being a Heat Lakers that got leaked. It was supposed to be, the shit that got leaked was LA and Boston. They've been bringing games for a long time. Facts. Yeah, bro, he a bench warmer now. DeAndre Jordan chilling on the bench. Jeff Green been around forever, and he still got bounced too. He done put a couple niggas on a poster this postseason, bro. I was like, damn. Jeff Green, goddamn, how old is he? Because he was at Georgetown when I was in middle school, and this man still got bounced. That he have an NBA witch COVID. The shit about Drake don't shock me though. I ain't gonna lie. What up, Luis in the building? Did I hear about the UFC main event? They made it look like judges fucked up on the scoreboards. Of course, it's controversial. I don't really watch UFC. I ain't got time to sit here and watch all them goddamn fights. Every now and again, if I'm out with my friends or something, like, then I'll watch it. But in my free time, I'm not watching them goddamn UFC fights. Even the big name ones, I don't care to watch that shit. If it's a big name boxing matchup, I'll try to go out my way to watch that. But UFC, I really don't give a shit about it. No Nick and Lefty slander. I've never heard that about the Bulls logo. I've never heard anyone say that. So the Heat was down by 15 in the third, exactly. And then that cartoony shit started happening. The New York Liberty today falling to pieces to Chicago, the Scott. Yeah, I damn sure don't watch WNBA. This playoffs is how many weird out of bounds plays we've seen. Speaking of Butler, there was the one against the Bucks. Yeah, it was the Bucks. He had that oop from inbounds, that oop tip. Exactly. Yes. Even when Jordan was playing, they was using this shit when Jerry West was playing. This final somewhat gives you that 2021 final. Yeah, that Suns Bucks finals. Even then, that one, like I said earlier, still felt like a actual NBA finals. This one really doesn't, like, at all. It just feels like just another basketball game on, like it's a Sunday night ESPN regular season game. No matter how many gold logos they slap everywhere, how many NBA finals, YouTube TV promos you slap in our face, how many Michelob, funny thing about it too, Michelob Ultra sponsoring that shit. Who they spokesperson? Just saying, who they NBA spokesperson? Dude singing about the ring earlier. Just like in the Super Bowl, State Farm Arena. What two Kansas City Chiefs players / coach were in commercials? And what happened when they went to that stadium to play in the Super Bowl? So Jordan was bigger than life here during that era. And that was before the social media era. So imagine how big MJ was, the fact he globalized the NBA. Imagine if he had the help of social media too. It would have been a whole nother beast. Like people talking about LeBron being the GOAT and all that shit. No, it wouldn't even been a debate. It really shouldn't be a debate, but it really wouldn't be a debate if social media was around when MJ was playing too. And then Bron entered the league while social media was already in the mix with the masses. Like Bron did Space Jam. He lost his powers, bro. The Monstars jacked this shit. Say Jeff Green 36 or 37. I think they say 36. Yeah, I think he's 36. Jermichael Green, damn. That's a name too. I remember him. I remember he used to play for the Clippers too. But yeah, he was at Alabama. Bama didn't quietly put out a good amount of basketball players. It was kind of weird. Out of all the schools. Oh, you know how to do custom Twitch graphics and shit? Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, just hit my email. Let me put that banner up. Yeah, just hit my email, dude. I think that one should have it. What's my Discord? I don't know. I don't know, bro. Let me see. I don't even really know where to find that shit. I ain't gonna hold you. Ah, yeah, I got it now. I'll put it in the whatchamacallit. Yeah, I think that's it. If I get a message, I'll know. So the NBA rather have Jimmy or Jokic? Simple, Jimmy. For one, the thing about Jokic, the only thing he's really good for is the fact that he can further push the international player agenda, like with your Giannis's, your Embiid's. But that nigga is not marketable whatsoever. He has no personality. He's actually worse than Kawhi Leonard when it comes to marketability. And the fact that Kawhi was so unmarketable worked out for him. Because he had that goofy ass laugh on top of that. Jokic has nothing. Maybe in Serbia that shit'll fly. In America, you can't slap this nigga on no commercial and have him be funny. You serious? Have you seen that nigga interviews? They can't push that shit like that. Turn the Bulls logo upside down. There's a robot reading a book on a bench. What? Never heard that. So the Nuggets could be the first active team out the West to win the championship to not be from Cali or Texas. Let me see if that's it. Yeah, okay, I got it now. All right, there we go. So you think the WNBA would go bankrupt, but Silver and Bronze shouldn't pay them nothing? I forgot who did a video on this shit, really breaking down why the WNBA fails, but we know why. Don't nobody want to see that shit. Like, if you average, was it 1.1 dunks a season, or every so many seasons, there's a problem. Like, I know people suggest lowering the rim shit. That might actually help. But they want to be so stubborn, like, no, we don't need to lower the rim. Like, we should be getting paid the same amount. No, you shouldn't. You're losing money every year. You can't even fill up an arena. So why the living, breathing fuck should we pay you more money if you can't even sell your product? And why there's so many people going overseas, women that is, getting paid more money? Guess what? Because they actually care over there to see that shit versus America. We ain't trying to see that bullshit. I'm not trying to see a bunch of bullshit layups. And even then, bro, there was one interview. I forgot who they was interviewing, some NBA player. Not like a big name star or nothing. They interviewed this man for like 2 minutes straight, and not a single basket was scored in this WNBA game. Not one. There was some air balls in the midst of this too. That's what made it worse. There's no doubt Denver will be the new scripted champion, so we'll see about that. Why is Scotty hating on everybody? Because Michael Jordan's son, one of his sons, is knocking down his ex-wife. That's why. Would I have Bron ranked all time? Nowhere close to the GOAT debate. Nowhere close to the top 20. Shit, not even top 30. I don't have that nigga anywhere sniffing any of that shit. I really don't even think I put that nigga in the NBA 75 shit they did last year. If you want to go off stats, then I'd have no choice but to throw him in there. But if you throw stats out, that nigga is not sniffing any of that shit. Bronny and Bryce are being prepared as they raised up in that shit. For the teams in the finals, the Avalanche beat Florida multiple times in the Stanley Cup. You wonder if Florida gets the Stanley Cup and the Florida gets, there's a trade-off of the championship is what you're getting at. Typically when that happens, both teams, whether it be like the Lightning and the Bucks, won in the same time span, the Red Sox and the Patriots, typically they go hand in hand. The only thing about hockey, my only pause about that is the Golden Knights did that first year, which is funny, their literal first year, they made it to the Stanley Cup Finals. Like, that ain't weird at all. But anyway, the fact that they lost that one, they might get repaid this one, you know, just to solidify that fan base. Think about the LA Rams. When they came back, that first time around, they got beaten that super, super boring, worst Super Bowl ever. Super Bowl to the Patriots. And like I said, that same year, the Red Sox beat the Dodgers in the World Series. And later on, fast forward 2021, Rams ended up winning the 2021. Rams ended up winning the Super Bowl. Portland won it in 76, 77 year. Also that year was Nuggets' first year in the NBA. It's the 77th season. Why did Scotty marry and breed with a damn prostitute? You're going to have to ask him, bro. So you got the Heat winning in 6 or 7. The Dogs are 11-2 in the ECF. And something about the Western Conference Finals, and now they're in the finals. Adam Silver's doing his best to push the international players. I mean, there's plenty of them to pick from. Shit. Personally, I just wouldn't use Joker. I would use someone who actually has a personality. Like a Giannis, someone who's actually funny. Not this nigga who acts like a whole goddamn robot. Joker can't even do interviews. That's what I'm saying, bro. The only thing that's positive you can say is the nigga knows how to speak English. He don't need a translator. That's literally it. Peja Stojakovic, boy, you making me feel old, dude. For real, like Peja, man, back in the day, King's team. Peja was that knockdown shooter though. Said 2K1. I remember him on NBA Live, bro. So they need a blood sacrifice to get sales. It is funny. It was not funny, but it's rather interesting that DC Young Fly's baby mama, I don't think they were married. They weren't married. Girlfriend, baby mama, what do you call it, died in Miami day before the final started. That is interesting. LeBron, the most overrated player ever. I couldn't agree with you more. The league also put Scottie Pippen Jr. on the Lakers with his mom's ex, Malik Beasley. That's some cold shit. Your teammate was knocking down your mom's boy. Damn, shades of LeBron and Delonte West. That goes to show you people ain't scared of LeBron. I've said this before, bro. Like, if your teammate is fucking your mom, bro, he don't respect you. He doesn't fear anything you about to do to him whatsoever. Because if you think about it, if it was someone they really feel like, he was Michael Jordan. You think Michael Jordan wouldn't punch the shit out of his teammate if he found out his mom was sleeping with one of his teammates? Let it been Scottie Pippen. Let it been Scottie Pippen piping down MJ's mom. You think Scottie Pippen wouldn't have got that nose crooked up a little bit? You really think about that. LeBron can't shoot. Facts. He just drives to the rim, uses his body weight for an easy layup. And he doesn't do it more than he should. And Allen, yeah, he bailed him out. Oh, you got Vegas winning the hockey title. Okay. No, we know that shit don't count. I never count that shit. I always say that nigga got 3 rings. He ain't got 4. In the year 23, Michael Jordan's year, they have Jimmy Butler win the championship, the alleged son of MJ. Remember Dreamcast? Yes, I do. Dreamcast was underrated as hell, bro. The nigga, stop it, man. I ain't old. That's funny as hell. If Game 7 will be on Father's Day, exactly. Said Tom Brady's the most overrated player in history. Shit, if I have to pick between him or LeBron, it's going to be tough for me because I hate both of them. But I do hate LeBron a little bit more. But I'll give him this, that at least that nigga's athletic. Or at least can live up to that athleticism in some way, shape, or form. Brady, ooh. There's a long list of things that helped his ass. Shit. And what makes it worse is the fact that he literally, it's not like he plays offense and defense either. It's just literally you stand behind you stand behind the offensive line. You get protected by refs. You have the best cheating organization in the NFL on your side. Like a whole lot of Roger Goodell in your back pocket. It's a whole lot of shit. But I'll give Brady this. Not once do I think I've ever heard himself or he himself refer to himself as the GOAT. I might be wrong, but I don't think I've ever heard Brady say it. Their job be suspended for the entire season. That's some dumb shit, man. That's some dumb shit. Nigga sells a lot of jerseys. That's some dumb shit. They wildin' for that. They, from an international standpoint, that's why you was pushing for Philly, because Embiid was way more. He's actually funny, yeah, way more of a personality than Jokic. Jokic, another thing he got going for him, Jokic is white too, white and international. You nailing 2 for 2 on that one. So they telling Jimmy Butler how to script the game. Say Dan Marino's the real GOAT for pure ability for perfect passing. I've said that too. As far as quarterbacks go, I'll never call a GOAT offensively, or really just in general football. It's never going to be the quarterback for me. Percentage of NBA players on them PEDs, if I had to guess, I would say it'd be above 40%. Now, I don't think they own that shit LeBron on, but it'd be above 40% on some level. That Luka's very charismatic, charming personality. Yeah. I think out of all the main international stars, really, the only one that ain't got no personality is Jokic. Like Giannis got personality, Luka. Joker doesn't. Embiid does. Shit, Boban, he's not even a star, but Boban Marjanovic, goddamn, that name's something else, has personality. The nigga was in John Wick. Has personality. This nigga gets a lot of commercials. LeBron has talent and Brady has no talent at all. Like, he's a football guy. Yeah, because they just get caught up in the rings. And I'm not going to say he don't have no talent at all. Nigga can, like, throw a football. That's something. Like, as much as I hate him, I ain't going to just sit here and act like he can't throw a football. It's just the fact they act like he's the coldest shit ever. It's like, all right, bro, chill. But like I said, they get caught up in the rings. Like in basketball, if people really got caught up in the rings like they do in football, they would have never said MJ was the GOAT. They would have said they would have said Robert Horry before Michael Jordan. If they just got that caught up in the rings, or Bill Russell, of course. So why is the John Morant thing happening? You know they're trying to push the AI narrative, but he's super entertaining for the league. Well, they want him gone. It's not that they want him gone. It's just the fact they want to really send a message about it. And the fact you got to remember how they're trying to shape the view of guns in this country. So think about it. You have all these basketball players that have gotten into, and football players gotten into incidents involving guns in the last year and some change. Then you throw in the mass shootings at schools, and you see, and it's like guns are affecting everybody, whether you're rich, whether you're poor, whether you're going to school, whether you're grown. That's part of it too. So it's multiple layers to it, and they just using him as a pawn to do it. And in return, also turn him into a villain. Said he turned the nigga into Young Buck. I don't know, boy. I hope he ain't doing everything Young Buck was doing. Shit. Acting like Bobby Valentino and shit. Do I expect the Raiders to make the playoffs? With Brady involved, I wouldn't be shocked if they did. Do I think Trey Lance will blow up? I need to see more from him. Way more. I need to see way more than just what he played. One game, 1.5 last year. I need to see way more. To Mike Vick the GOAT. Let's see. Kwame exposing Shannon Sharp. He exposed how Shannon Sharp got a bedspread with a pillow of LeBron head in his bed. Citizen is his Cleveland Cavaliers jersey. That's funny as hell. Said John had that gun because of shit. I heard him say that shit. That's the reason John got that gun. That's funny as hell. Yeah, we know about Stan Kroenke owning the Rams, the Avs, and the Nugs. That's why I said with the Rams, they had to throw it one year to the Patriots. Because for some reason, Todd Gurley didn't play, even though he was jumping up and down. He was moving his legs pretty actively in that tunnel. But for some reason, he didn't play. But that was the year they lost, and then later on, come back, they won. Said Jerry Rice is the greatest football player of all time. I don't think I've ever heard anyone say that. Of course, I've heard people say wide receiver, but never football player of all time. Mine is the original LT, Lawrence Taylor. I always say anybody who can play on that many uppers and not have a heart attack, you deserve some credit. Because I couldn't imagine, like I know some of these players play on like Adderall and shit. That sounds just crazy to me. Like I played basketball on Adderall, didn't like it, hated every minute of it. Felt like my heart was beating out of my chest. Do I know how many people you would give the ball to before LeBron with your life on the line? Insert any role player known for shooting threes. Yeah, facts. Since the Golden State reign, they've been alternating conferences: East, West, East, West, East, West. Or should I say West, East, West, East, West, East? Said John want to be street so bad he grew up in a big house in the burbs. Man, that nigga playing a role. And he's actively promoting NBA YoungBoy at the same time. You think the Chiefs winning again next year? They just signed Barkley. KC, yeah, that's a team I'm looking at, like I said before. I think they're going to back-to-back it. Kind of like Brady did whenever he was with the Patriots. Yeah, being used to do daily tasks has been mainstream recently all of a sudden. It's been a minute. It's been around for a minute. It really ramped up in 2020. Like when everyone's in their house, you come out and all of a sudden you see all this new tech and shit. That's when all that shit really picked up. The automation and shit picked up. It was big to have the self-driving cars. Started being the new cool thing. And now they pushing more towards like things you can actually interact with more. So it's like the VR shit. Next is gonna be like the Androids, all that type of shit. Which I really don't like the Android shit at all. Like why would I want an Android barista that looks like a human? Just fucking hire a human barista. Charisma is the key of opportunities for everything. Adderall is the worst drug. I say this, it was a damn good study drug. I just wouldn't use it to fucking work out with. That shit really was the cheat in college though. That shit really was the cheat code to studying and cramming late for an exam. Yeah, that shit came in handy. I ain't gonna lie. Oh, the Bills and Titans going to Super Bowl because of new stadiums. Titans this year, fuck no. I know they got that AstroTurf. I don't see them niggas actually going, but they gonna be more relevant later on in the future. Maybe, I don't know. Will Levis. He ain't been doing too hot in OTAs. But they were saying this man was fumbling snaps. He was overthrowing easy 5-yard targets and shit. It was just all bad. Should have got Hendon Hooker. I'm just saying. Maybe they ironed this out before the season, but hey, I'm just saying. He was overrated. Molly Percocet. Shit, Zans is worse than Adderall in my opinion. Or Fent. You can't forget Fent, of course. Yeah, yeah, we go. I was gonna say Fent for sure. That Terminator coming to life, those movies predicted the future. Shit. iRobot was the one that really just told it all right there. But if we get to a point where like there's a whole AI system that's just one like central system, kind of like Eagle Eye, they did the same thing just over society. Oh, that's a big problem. That's a big fucking problem. See a Chiefs Giants Super Bowl, you got a feeling it's gonna have something to do with Whitney Houston. The date is on the day she died, February 11th. Chiefs Giants. Made you want to mow a football field. That's nah, bro. I was never that motivated to do yard work. No, the most I do is sit my ass. I either clean or sit down, read, and study. I was actually not playing video games up there too, like playing Madden on Adderall or 2K. You process that shit so much quicker. It's not even funny. It really should. It's like a cheat code, really. Actually, that's how a lot of them gamers and stuff that be in them, like those professional gamers. That's like a big problem. It's like a lot of them be on Adderall the whole time. That's how they be so focused and so locked in. Would they ever come out and say that sports are rigged? They've been said it, dude. Like it don't get more real than what Arian Foster said when you're talking about the NFL being scripted. Like, at this point, what more do you want? Hey, for sure, man. I appreciate it. Hey, the Blackhawks ain't winning for a long time. Yeah, I remember they had their run back in the day in hockey. That was like when I was kind of watching hockey a little bit. Blackhawks was the shit. I knew so many people had them Blackhawks jerseys. I think it was Patrick Kane was like the one everybody had. And it was everybody that moved to Knoxville from Chicago. They're like 3 years away from a final appearance. So all your teams is ass right now. I think, what are you, a Chicago fan? You got to be a Chicago fan. If he's saying that. The only thing that G got going. Wait, what? That I guess Joker has going for him is that he's 7 feet and can pass a little. He can pass, and I give him that. That nigga can pass. He be on the money with the passes. I give him that. But you had that nigga do an interview. Had that nigga do a commercial. Okay. Okay. Good luck with that shit. Good luck with that shit. Said the NFL went to court and had to acknowledge it as sports entertainment. It's not legitimately sanctioned sports. Exactly. So I'm losing weight. Nope. Nope. Got a high ass metabolism. Ain't losing no weight, my boy. But yeah, like I said with the Danica Patrick shit, she straight up said on their little passport it says they are classified as entertainers. And that's what we are. Her exact words, that's what we are. Entertainers. Those days when rappers were wearing jerseys, even hockey jerseys, niggas wasn't watching hockey, but they was rocking them fits. Hey, them hockey jerseys do be fresh, I ain't gonna lie. They do be looking clean now. That's like them racing jackets back in the day. Like, you know, damn well them niggas wasn't watching on NASCAR, but they liked the jackets because they was fly. I'm telling you, niggas can rock anything, bro. They could make rocking golf shirts cool. Like, I know white people do it all the time, but let that shit be a trend. And you just start seeing everyone start rocking golf shorts and wear them a specific way. And you're going to see everybody else start doing the same shit. This past playoff, Trevor Lawrence said you couldn't have written a better script. Yeah. That's one of those that kind of went viral on Twitter for sure. So you feel like Denver is set to win. So do I think the NFL will ever get another LT in our lifetime? Lawrence Taylor, LaDainian Thompson. As far as Lawrence Taylor, the one they really trying to build up like that, I mean, I ain't saying that like he ain't good, but really like a Micah Parsons. All right, this is the last question I'm going to get to before I go to bed. So who is my top 5 rappers right now based off lyricism, beat choice, ability to actually rap, albums, peak? Oh, God. I don't give a fuck about album sales, so I'm going to throw that out now. Let's see. That shit gonna change so much because I listen to so much music. But right now, let me go through my shit that I've been bumping recently. I've been listening to ESTG recently. The only thing I like about him more so is obviously beat selection, and he can change up his flow. He has a more unique flow than a lot of other niggas. Let's see. Let me go through this shit. Who have I been bumping? Sauce Walker's always gonna be there for me. My only problem with Ice War Vezo is he used the same flow in every fucking song. The beats be fire, but he used the same fucking flow in every goddamn song. Wi-Fi's Funeral. Wi-Fi's Funeral for sure, my shit. Eddie Valero. Who is Big Yavo? Big Yavo. I don't even know if that was 5. Big Yavo for sure. Till you ride with ESTG. I don't know, that shit bumping in Tennessee, that ESTG. Like the most I hear when I'm like out and about, like just hearing other people's cars playing is Lil Durk, Moneybagg Yo, ESTG. Who else? Lil Baby. Can't forget about him. And you know what? I really don't hear as much NBA Youngboy as I thought I would. Like from people bumping music in their car, I don't hear a lot of NBA Youngboy. So Adderall was worse than Xanax. Your panic attacks from Adderall led to them prescribing you Xans. 10 years later, you can't get off. Two benzo withdrawal videos as hell. Yeah, man, that's why I say you don't play around with them Xans like that. I mean, I tried them when I was in college and shit. And I remember one time, it was like during boxing weekend. I took some. I was drinking, which obviously bad combination. Took some. I was drinking or whatever. I remember walking back to my apartment. And mind you, it's literally 2 blocks. By the time I made my turn from this street to the next, I don't remember shit. I just remember waking up in my bed peacefully, same night, some hours later, peacefully waking up in my bed. My clothes were folded in my chair neatly. And I was so fucking confused. I was like, I know somebody didn't pick me up and carry me to my bed and fold my clothes. So I had to ask one of my friends for clarification. They was like, nah, bro, you just like walked in, said what's up, and you said you was going to bed. I was like, oh shit. That's some scary shit. I don't like shit like that where I'm literally walking 2 blocks and I can't remember that part or even getting to my place or going to sleep. That's scary. Nigga said how the baby fall off. He pissed off the wrong group of people. He pissed off the rainbow people, for one. And the fact that his shit started getting repetitive, too. Because the thing about the baby is, like, he still has a fan base. It's just the fact he got blackballed. So it appears like don't nobody fuck with him. But yeah, that's a real issue. If he had not said any of that shit, was it Rolling Loud when he was talking about people with the HIV and all that? If he had never said that, he probably would have been straight. And even though he did everything in his power to get back in the good graces, it didn't work. Yeah, he offed his dad too, allegedly. Dad, brother, dude at the Walmart. Yeah. I feel like I'm forgetting somebody. But yeah, those are the main 3, yeah. Nigga had 3 and still fell off. That's sad. Alright, for real, the last one. What I think about Drake painting his nails, that nigga a bitch. That's what I think. We know why this man painted his nails like that. Ain't nothing cool about it. His own fans, his own fanboys and fangirls ain't even rocking with that shit. There's nothing cool about it. People ain't been fucking with Drake heavy like that for a while now. Like, this ain't some new phenomenon shit. He been fell off, and his own fans are starting not, or actually, they been kind of not really fucking with him like that. They'll act like they do when he drop a new album for that little time when it's trending and shit. Like, you heard the new Drake? Oh, this shit fire. Come back a week later, them niggas gonna hate it. They're like, man, I don't really fuck with that Drake shit like that. That's what I think. But yeah, man, it's been fun chopping it up with y'all tonight. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, ring the notification bell. Y'all have a good week. I'll be back on Wednesday. I think game 3 is on Wednesday. So yeah, stay tuned. Stay tuned for that. We out.